Hello, 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 everybody. It is I, Sam the Free Frog, and we are back in Tyria. Yes, indeed. Back to Guild Wars 1. Quick shout out to those of you who were looking forward to a stream yesterday. I apologize that I couldn't do it, but as I did post on my community tab on YouTube, unfortunately, the weather kind of prevented my plans from taking place, from materializing, but here we are. Here we are. Yeah. Ruh-roh, raggy roast. Indeed. Yes, but we are back on the Necromancer today, yes. And, full disclosure, I have jumped on to attempt the Alona Reach mission. I did complete it. I'm gonna do it again for the purposes of stream. It was more a case of I wanted to test something, and before I knew where I was, I'd got it into my head that I had to collect 3 more vision crystals rather than 2, and I rushed through it and completed the mission without even really too much thinking about it. So, yeah, I figured out the problems that I was having. Basically, yeah, I needed to make Ogden just more dedicated towards healing and keep him casting spells, and yeah, also strangely enough, running 2 warriors somehow helped. I don't know exactly how. I guess just more physical damage. Also, we changed Vex build up basically completely. Like, air magic is alright for single targets and such, but we need to be dealing with groups. And frankly, yeah, the extra healing wasn't really all that necessary. We can manage Ogden being optimized manages things just fine. So instead, what we've done is we've slapped on some mesmer abilities. Aura Restoration, obviously, to keep his health up. Channeling to increase energy when we are surrounded by foes. 2 seconds, let me just get rid of that, there we go. Glyph of Lesser Energy, just to keep his energy up even further. We've got Backfire, which is a expensive and slow casting spell. I'll get to that in just a second. You'll notice that somehow he has fast casting. I'll touch on that in just a second. Eruption, 32 earth damage per second. Kind of big, kind of huge. We'll get to that. Also, yes, I have runed them out a little. Hello there, Shady. Says, I won't be here, kind of in a shit mood and do not wish to bring them down the room. Also, my internet just shit the bed, so there is that as well. I presume you should be lurking, then. Oh, okay. Greatly appreciated, Shady. Feel better, dude. Feel better. Yeah, so Eruption inflicts blindness. It deals, you know, what would that be? 160 damage overall to anything stupid enough to stay in it. We got Power Drain, which is, it's an interrupt which returns energy. We got Cry Frustration. Interrupts a foe using a skill and deals damage to everything in the area. Arcane Thievery. This is such a good ability for dealing with enemy monks. If the hero uses the spell correctly. Not guaranteed that they will. But yeah, it can really mess up enemy monks in terms of their AI. I'm just going to turn my heating down a little bit here because it's a bit warm in here. Right, so yeah, to touch on the elephant in the attribute list there, I got a wonderful item. It is a fire magic staff, which is not perfect, but it reduces poison duration on the caster, but it also gives them fast casting. That 5% fast casting results in a 25% cast time reduction of all mesmer spells and any non-mesmer spell which takes more than which takes 2 seconds or more to cast. So Eruption, yeah. So all of these, the fast castable spells already become, you know, basically instant. Arcane Thievery becomes quick. Backfire becomes really quick. It just, yeah, it's a shoe-in. It's a shoe-in. You know, energy management. We're bringing Claude for energy management. I'll handle my own energy with Offering of Blood, which is absolutely fine here. These two here allow me to really put pressure on Monks, Barb Signet, and Rotting Flesh. There probably are other conditions I could do instead of Rotting Flesh, but Diseased does spread itself. I think what I might actually do here, where are we? I will ignore the Death Magic for the time being. Is it in Curses? It might be. I might run in Feeble. I might run Enfeeble instead. Parasitic bonds, sorry, insidious parasites kind of expensive, but we could. Energy draining might not be the worst, but I do frequently run out of energy because I don't maintain my thing that well. We can remove more enchantments, but I've already got strip enchantment. We'll use health instead. Weaken armor. We inflict cracked armor. That might actually be slightly better. I might end up running that, but we shall see. Malaise, no, it's just parasite and feeble. I'm thinking it's going to be either Enfeeble or it's going to be Weaken Armor, and I'm thinking Enfeeble is probably better because of the shorter cast time. Yeah. Reduces... that's a very expensive thing. See, what can we do? Is there anything we can increase Enfeeble by? It doesn't actually need any points in curses for that. Well of Blood, it's helpful. I shouldn't really change too much stuff up because this is the build that worked. But I think I am going to do this. I mean, yeah, the disease is nice, but it's 15 energy and quite a long cast time for 3 ticks of 3 pips of degen. Is there perhaps something else we could do? We've got Life Siphon, which already does that exact thing. What I could do, theoretically, is in Domination Magic. Where are we? No, it's not Domination Magic, it'll be under Illusion Magic then. We can conceivably do then would be Conjure Phantasm. That's probably better because I can cast that on enemies that don't have fleshy bodies. Yeah, they get 8 seconds of that. It's a little expensive, but that's fine. All right. Hello there, Kiro. Kiro says, "Hi, hey Sam. Can't really watch the stream as I'm at work. Have fun and a great stream." Thank you very much, Kiro. Greatly appreciated. And yeah, don't get yourself in trouble in work. Thanks for swinging by. And hello, Blue Eyes Green. How are you? Hopefully everybody's weeks are going well. We're just going to chill out, or at least chill out as best as we can in this mission. Right. Let's see. So yes, we get 30 energy instead of 33 every 15 seconds from stuff dropping. I think this will probably be fine. Hit priority targets with Conjure Phantasm instead. I think this will probably work even a little bit better than before. Right. So Ogden really wants to be there. I'll move him up there like so. I'm keeping these open temporarily just to keep an eye on my hero's energy management. Which shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. And it's not like there's an awful lot I can do about it. Would you like to pick a direction you're going to move in there, Cat? Or are you just determined to get under my feet? Sorry. Taking a small break from some light cooking. Good stuff, good stuff. I would say that I wasn't aware that you could cook lights. But I'll save the terrible jokes for when we've actually done something, eh? No promises. Right. Let's drop these off here. And I already had some of these things, didn't I? Strength, hammer, mass. Meh. Meh, meh, meh. Any way to put this on for the time being? No, we're all sitted out there. They're probably not even right, but whatever. Doc says, "A cat? Sam, why have I never seen your kitty? You have not paid me the cat tax." That is because she doesn't spend an awful lot of time inside. She is a yard cat, and you're a hell of a mouser, aren't you? When you want to be. When you aren't being a goober. Go on. Go and lie down. Up you go. All right. So yes, let us do... Okay, well that's the quest that we'll be doing after this. We'll do this mission now. All right. Talk to the ghostly priest, grab the vision crystal, run past the spike mine. Now, there is a degree of RNG in this, obviously, in the same way that there was last time, in so much as we don't know what boss we are going to come up against when it comes to the actual shrines themselves. But we're just gonna go, like so. Not too bad, nice and easy. I mean, we can try for it. I don't think this will actually work all that well, but we can certainly try for it. That's that one active. Again, if we don't get the bonus here, I don't care. I'm just going to run through it. Show says, internet is back and my tits are calm for the moment. How is your day so far, Frog? It has been all right. You have had a couple of people wish you a hello, a good greetings, and a hi, whilst you were away. Let's see, what some more Minotaurs here. Pop these boys down. See, this is where disease really is quite nice, but we'll just have to do with that for the time being. Get one of those up. Let's right, Vet cast those spells. I need to catch a heal here. Thank you. Switch up targets a little bit. I don't know why I was trying to strip an enchantment off an unenchanted foe, but it's fine. This is the non-time limited part of the mission. We've got another one coming in. That's fine. He can get it. Alright. Summon up another well of blood, stand in that, and we are good. Grab the vision crystal. And move on. Dune lizard there for Zelthor. Oh, spoilers. Come on, let's get on it. There we go. How dare you heal my axes? Alright, making very good time already. For those of you who actually caught stream number 6 of this, or rather, that was the 7th stream, but, you know, number 6, you'll know that, yeah, we're doing quite a lot more damage this time around. Doop doop doo. Alright, hit with the Phantasm. Alright, and for those who didn't see it, I won't skip this cutscene this time. It's only brief, but it basically explains what it is that we are here to do. And thank you for subscribing, Blue.
And so begins the test of the Alonians. This was where my people failed to ascend. When assembled, the vision crystal can focus the gaze of the gods and deliver to you the ascension that you seek. You've brought me the first shard, but you must still retrieve the others. Ultimately, it was greed that was our undoing. The shards of the vision crystal were kept in separate camps, for we did not trust each other, not even our own kin. To pass this test, you must retrieve the remaining 2 shards. There is 1 in each base. Return here with the shards, and I will cast the ritual to fuse them back together. But you must hurry. Once the ritual begins, it cannot be stopped. If I do not have all 3 pieces, then all of this will be for naught.
All right. Pretty simple instructions. Get shit, bring it back. And then fuse the crystal together, and then we can move on. Yeah, we got to kind of try and take these mobs sort of piecemeal and be a little bit careful about what it is, like which one it is, which critter we target first. So. Taking out the monks first is always a good idea, followed by the interrupt mesmers because they are such a pain. And I can punish them by stripping their enchantments. Stick on the flat bow here. Let's see if I can pull these mobs back over the bridge. What do we have here? We have Bow and Custodian Delos. Wait for those guys to go by because I don't want to pull 2 groups. And yeah, taking down these groups much faster this time. And we will... Well, this is not going quite as well. have a sage. Yep. Yep. This is going poorer than before. You can get me up though. That will be fine. To block off the projectile so that they can't hit me. Yep, I think we're going to wipe here. Yeah, we are. We don't have any resurrects. This is a wipe. Alright. Well, long story short, we can actually do this. I've just got to not fuck this up. We'll speed through it again. Shady says, so Frogbird, how do you keep your head level when faced with opposing views? My immediate response seems to be a shady smash and not the sexy kind of smash either. It depends, mate, to be honest with you. Sometimes it's going to be a case of, okay, these people are obviously wrong. You know, stupidly wrong. They're not worth my time. They ultimately, you know, they don't have the power to do anything especially harmful, so I'm just not going to worry about it. And then other times it's a case of, okay, these people are obviously wrong and, you know, they need to be called out. And then I call them out. You know, letting yourself get emotionally invested in the responses of people who have opposing views, if they're not actually people that you would care about, you know, in a normal everyday to-day sense, is a waste of time. More often than not, you are going to encounter people who are not emotionally invested in you, which is why, you know, or indeed anybody but themselves, is quite frequent. So, you know, don't get emotionally invested in people who wouldn't be emotionally invested in you. Yeah, that's mostly how I go about doing it. Every now and again, you will find something that does just get underneath your skin. If that's the case, what you need to do is you need to walk away. You need to leave it a couple of hours. And then if you still feel strongly about what it is that they've said after the fact, then come back and address it. Trying to deal with it immediately in the moment, not always a good idea. If you're talking about interpersonal, face-to-face, etc., 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 obviously that's not really an option. But never underestimate the power of telling people to fuck off. Say the opposition is a friend and you expect better. That's a difficult one. That's a bit of a case-by-case sort of situation, so I wouldn't really want to try and give you some sort of like generalistic advice, because a lot of the time it's just not going to apply to many other situations whereby you might be faced with something like that. And yeah, sometimes what will be the right approach somewhere is going to be the entirely exact wrong approach elsewhere, because people are people and people are different. And yeah, you can't treat some people the way that you would treat others, as much as we might like to pretend that, oh, you know, everybody's equal, blah 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 blah. No, some people will not respond well to a certain line of approach. Take for example our good friend Reaper, right? He wants you to be direct. You got a problem, you let him know exactly what the problem is, and you don't need to dress it up in language. Some people cannot handle raw aggression. No worries, was just curious. Yeah, it's just like I say, I tend to take things on a mostly case-by-case basis with people I care about. When it comes to shit posting on Twitter, I don't give a fuck about those people. They're not real people. They're little computer people. They exist in the box for as long as the box is switched on, and once the box is switched off, they cease existing, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah. That's kind of the long and short of my approach. You might say that's not the healthiest approach, and you'd be right. But, it's not that serious, you know? Yeah, when it comes to friends, try and remember that they are a friend. And if you have some sort of irreconcilable difference, then, you know, you need to accept the possibility that you perhaps cannot stay friends. And that's okay. Sometimes it is better to go, well, you know, we liked one another, we hung out, we had a good time, but ultimately, you know, it's not worth us trying to force a friendship if we can't reconcile this one particular difference. But, of course, it does depend on what the expectation is. Can handle Reaper's approach about 50% of the time, an emotional being by default, but I do understand a need for a Reaper every now and again. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes being blunt and direct is the absolute best thing you can do. Sometimes it will get you into more trouble than it's worth. And unless you've got the physicality to back up that latter scenario, yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. Skip that, because we don't need to know it. Hopefully, we don't overpull this time, hey? If this doesn't succeed this time, guys, I will just move on to the next mission, because we don't need to redo this mission. This is more just so that the story beats are recorded in Streamfall. Yeah, so hopefully I can show that, you know, I didn't, like... What would you even do? Like, pay somebody else to run this for you, I guess? I suppose that's the thing you could do. I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to begin to look for those people these days. Although it could be helpful if I did. In the future. Yeah, right now we are just trying to make it through Prophecies, as it were. Really. This is the slowest campaign by far, because, well, it's the oldest campaign. In terms of balancing, they really did expect you to be playing with other people here. What have we got here? We have an enchanted bow, an enchanted sword, and we have the Mesmer boss. Okay. Well, we already have the Mesmer. Probably don't stand in that ice, huh? Probably be a good idea to, yeah, to not. We've got Forgotten Sage running around. That was a good one. Let's get out of this constantly detonating mine. I'm going to order my heroes to stay, heroes and henchmen to stay here for just a second. We are going to heal up a little bit. Do this. With some bleeds. Hopefully we do this before the next patrol comes in. What do we have? Yeah, I think the tactic here, frankly, is to deal with the patrol that's here first. Yeah, they should pop round. Like so. Yeah. Deal with these piecemeal, because otherwise we're going to have a hard time. We're going uphill, so it doesn't really matter what we do there. Pull these back. Yeah, we've got much more spike damage this time, which is good. What we want. This mission really does make you think about, okay, what am I up against, and you know, how do I need to take care of them? Such deep conversation for gaming. To be honest with you, the gaming is it's just mostly background painting, I suppose you could say. The only thing we don't really touch on too much here is politics, but not that that never happens. Just it doesn't happen very often, and it's under particular circumstances, I suppose you could say. We've got a lot of situations going on here. This isn't as good as it could have been. Is that both of them come out? Yes. Yes, it is. I'm gonna try and do some of this, do some of this, and hit him with the phantasm. Okay. That's number one. We have another vision crystal. Now, what's going to happen is this is going to cause enemy patterns to shift slightly where we are. We've killed most of the things, but we do have to just be careful not to overcommit to a given place, because as you can see right here, we are about to have more enemies joining in. We will be fine, but yeah, just got to take things bit by bit. Blue says, I was watching Monkey and Sassy playing 7 Days to Die yesterday and laughing at them getting their booty bit by dogs and zombies. Yeah, I used to love watching them play 7 Days to Die. I kind of fell out of love with the game, but it's one of those. If you got the right people, it kind of doesn't matter what they're playing. I think a lot of people feel this way. Hopefully I'm one of those people for someone. Yeah, it's not always the case, but okay, we've got to try and avoid proccing that mine until we are ready to run through, like so, to avoid the cripple. I think everybody got through. Yep, looks like it. Same situation here. Curve around to the side. Don't get hit by the cripple. Unfortunately, some people did. Okay, we're going to sneak around this side. We run this back up to the fella upstairs. And yeah, what I'll end up doing for the bonus then, because there's no extra story beat for the bonus content, or rather for the bonus objectives here, I should say. Yeah, yeah. I'll either find a runner, a crystal runner, to take care of it, or I'll jump on my other account and I'll run it myself, just for the bonus objectives. We're not that worried by it. All right. Run over here, hand this into the ghostly hero. Boop. Oh, yep, that's one. Now, if I remember rightly, I do believe, yes, we have to go down there. Yes, indeed. Okie dokie. Again, got to take things piecemeal. There will be groups of 4 this time rather than groups of 3. Makes things a little more painful. To do this. We have a sage here. Okay, I think actually I need to pull this group here. That's absolutely fine. I'm getting blown up. Alright. I actually got stuck there. And then rubber banded back. You know why? Because I'm on the American server when I should be on the European one. Easy mistake to make. Alright. Pin these here. Got to remember to keep throwing out these hexes, otherwise, well, the enemies don't drop. Signet does nothing. Alright. Now, we're going to make it our way down into that base. And yeah. Let's get around the outsides as much as we can, but enemy patterns will move, so we're actually better off taking care of these enemies while we are here. And yeah, as you can see, we've got so much more damage than we did the very first time that we came here, and this pays off much better. More curse bearers over there. All right, duly noted. Get some energy. And one of those should do it. All right. Don't need to go up there to deal with that, because that's one of the bonus objectives. Let's see. I think, yeah, Ushvishta. This is the Necromancer boss for this area. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pull that fella. I'm just going to try and take him out as quickly as possible. Okay, now we deal with the bow. With the bow people. Fairly easy. What I need to do is I kind of need to pull... actually, let's cancel that order. Where does that patrol move to? I'm going to just run in and aggro this group and try and pull them out. That way, we can actually get our warriors onto the monk. And we are kind of letting their warriors mash up our backline, but that's where I got the idea to bring 2 warriors to mess up their backline. By the way that they were taking my group apart before. I do appreciate the break from political talk. It gets exhausting. Yes, yes, it does. It does. I have to deal with the effects and fallout from politics like every day with my work, and it's. I don't mind discussing it with I find it's one of those. If I'm discussing it with the right people, it becomes a very, very easy conversation, and even enjoyable. You know, actually talk about actual policy is kind of the big. I think that's kind of the big difference as well. When it all degenerates into, yeah, just name calling and oh this and this and this person's this and this person's that and this person. I lose all interest in being respectful, and yeah, that does get tiresome. It gets tiresome to be a part of that. Okay, this is the monk boss, which this is why we're dealing with this now. Because, yeah, trying to deal with this later when we're actually pressed and there's more mobs coming in and all that good stuff, yeah, it's not fun. And this is by far the most difficult one of these bosses to contend with, because it has such powerful healing. Need to get the other warrior on there, that's all. Come on. It's so close. Gotta maintain all the conditions and all the damage. And it's down. Lovely. Take out the leftovers. Sacrifice a bit of health to do it. We don't mind that. And there we go. Okay, I think... yeah, when I go to take this crystal, I think that gate opens up. So... we'll see. We'll see where we go. Custodian Delos. I'm going to try and focus this guy down first. Yeah, warrior boss. Despite the fact that this is one of the enchanted bosses, it's considered fleshy because it's a boss. Something to do with jank in the game, I don't doubt. But what it does mean is we get a body after the fact, which we can convert into a healing blood pool. Hello, Sparkles. How are you today, sir? Blue says tomorrow will probably be a shit day. I'll look at the grocery store with their impending storm. People are going to freak. Ah, yes, you are in that particular part of the world, aren't you? Okay, we are not going to go near there. I should have thought about that before. I should really have thought about that before. Can we sneak down this way, or is that going to pull these guys down? I think it's going to pull these guys down, but to be honest with you, it doesn't actually matter that much. Because, whilst there are now roaming packs of idiots that we don't want to deal with, we should have cleared most of the way. And a curse bearer out by itself is kind of no big deal. Let's move these guys out of the way, because I really don't want to be dealing with these... I don't want to deal with two groups at the same time. That's not guaranteed death, but it's pretty close, you know. Shady says, towards blue, I don't pity you. Yeah, that's gonna fucking suck. That is, friendo. That's gonna suck. But hey, until the device is complete, we can't manipulate the weather. Alright, Mr. Ghostbearer, time to fall over. Go sleep. Mr. Ghostbearer? Mrs. Ghostbearer? I'm not sure what the gender of the snake people is here. Not that it matters. I'm an equal opportunities adventurer. And yeah. So we've got 10 minutes left to spare, which, you know, if we had slightly more kill potential, would be enough to sort of run around and do the bonus, even now. Like, to be honest with you, could I pull off the bonus with this party comp? Yeah, if I took my time, I could. Yeah. This is pretty much exactly how it went earlier on. When I did this, so I'm going to hand this in now. You'll get a lovely cutscene to listen to, and then we'll move on. Sparkle says, fucking EP today. Blue says, at least they salted the roads and sidewalks today, good. Shady says, is the phrase, I don't pity you, or I pity you? I don't remember. I would say you have my sympathy. It differs slightly from pity. I don't envy you, I think is what you're thinking of.
The vision crystal is complete. Your day of judgment at Augury Rock is near. The gaze of the gods shall be focused upon you, and your path will be made clear.
There we go. Yeah, pity has certain connotations that some people might not like. Yeah. That's why I would avoid using that one myself. But, hey, you know, that's not everyone. Most people probably will pick up what you're putting down. Let's do that. We've got another Style Art of Attunement. No Rune Merchant here, is there? No. Okay, that is 2 of the 3 that we needed to do. That's the north, the south. We need to head east. So I think we head out into Skyward Reach now, and I think we head out that way. I think that's the way we go. I will just... Actually, why are we worrying about this? It's, we've... Thirsty River, I think, is the name of it. Thirsty River. I want to get to the outpost. Okay, we can get there from Destiny's Gorge. Look, well, that's no good. Because I don't know where Destiny's Gorge is. Skyward, travel east from Skyward Reach into the sky. Augury Rock. Yeah, out into Skyward Reach. Oh, yeah, wrap round to the south and then head east. Wonderful. We can pop up to Destiny's Gorge as well, just to have it. I don't think there's anything there, but, you know, we're doing well for time so far. Let's see. I think what we're carrying now in terms of skills will probably be good enough. Probably to get us there without too much problem, so let's run with that. If we end up getting smacked about, I'll just come back and I'll stick another monk on. You know, it's easy enough done, isn't it? Blue says, I just hope we don't lose power. Yeah, things get infinitely more complex when you run out of electricity, or when you don't have electricity. Yeah. Services stop working, fridges need to be kept closed, etc, etc, etc. Yeah, I don't... To borrow from Shady a little bit there, I do not envy anybody in your position. What do you collect? Spiny seeds. Okay, not interested in those especially. Got some Hydri over there that I really don't want to deal with in large groups. Not without proper customized tanks. I mean, Mox can kind of handle it, but that's a dead end up that I think we're going to actually have to, aren't we? What I'm going to do is I'm going to position my group of nerds over here. I'm going to pull one. And I am going to... do a bit of this business. Now we have a body. We have 2 bodies. Lovely. Not so bad. Hello, Slipknotic. How are you, sir? How's your week going? We need to get a move on, because those Hydra are clear, yeah, getting in on the back end. Yeah, Ogden, you, I know you're a dwarf, mate, but can you get a click on? You know, Vec, you can interrupt that meteor. That is a thing you know how to do. I'm talking to the NPCs as if they can, you know, actually hear me. They can't. I've just completely lost it. Do not worry. I am crazy. You are not crazy, I am crazy. Okay. Hit the south border and then just keep heading east. I think was the... Let me just check my work. Oh, no. No, we don't actually have to hug the southern wall, as it were. Slip says it's going, lol. Yeah. Don't aggro, don't aggro, don't aggro, don't aggro, don't aggro, don't aggro. Wicked. I think it's... Yeah, the other side of all of those. I really need to switch to the European data center. How's that actually doing at the moment? Yeah, 100 milliseconds behind. I know that doesn't sound like an awful lot, like a tenth of a second, but, yeah. Reaction time, not great. The magic. Magic! Who aggroed that? Fuck's sakes, Vec. Alright, you're going on guard until we get back to town. Little shit. Gremlin ass motherfucker. Nah, if you're still with us when we get to Eye of the North, I think you'll probably come to appreciate Vec's personality. He is a little shit, but he's useful. He is useful. He knows his stuff. Which way? That's down to the Arid Sea. We're heading for the SMURR, which is just, yep, as I was already going. It is, in fact, this way. Yeah, wait, height advantage here. Yeah, go for it, go for it. We're not actually looking for any particular pieces of gear from these guys. It's literally all just trader fodder at this point. And there's the Resurrection Shrine, which means we are headed the right way. Yeah. We are definitely headed the right way. I'm not stopping and asking a Hydra for directions. It's not happening. I'm a man's man. You're a long way from civilization, friend. Who is back there? Of course it's Ogden. That's a ghost. What do you collect? Griffin wings. What do you give? Uh-huh. Okay, so a 2020 illusion wand. The illusion offhand, rather. That's actually pretty good. I'll need that for when I build up my mesmer. My mesmer. Oh, excuse me. Slip says, yay, working more on my unexpected day off than my day on. Yeah, Shouldn't be loud, should it? Use the Force to find your way. Indeed. This is the way. Oh, joy. We have pop-ups. Mild arachnophobia warning? These aren't really arachnids, they're bugs, but they look spider-ish. Heals, please. Thank you. Munch. Okay, now then. Where were we? Pretty much just head straight east. Bearing south, we're kind of going along like this, and we'll pop along that, and it'll be sort of down and round like that. Alright, no worries. Not much I can manage, I think. Keep pulling this group back. All of the corpses into healing things. That could have gone slightly better, but it could have gone a lot worse. All right. Shady says, you know, I was always under the impression that mild meant medium spicy, not next to no spicy. No, mild is like not quite warm, but not cold. Mild is when you can step outside wearing a t-shirt and, you know, you're not going to get cold from being out there unless a good bit of wind picks up. That's mild. Good evening, 6E. How are you? How has your week gone so far? Oh, shout out, by the way, guys. Platty will be streaming in about, well, I mean, what is it now? In an hour and a half. We'll probably be out of here by then. So what I'll do is I'll grab her link the moment that she puts it up and send you on over. Of course, Doc here from the chat will be playing some Schedule 1 with her. And they'll be joined by Fritz as well. Yes. So, yeah, it'll be a bit of a raid of sorts. It's, there is supposed to be a way to raid on YouTube, but I don't know what the conditions are. Like, I think you actually have to be of a certain size, like, channel or something like that, which is kind of silly in my opinion, but whatever. Yeah. But, like I say, I will spam the link in chat so that you guys can pop straight on over there. And, I'll be hanging out in that chat, at least until I feel like I need to fall asleep. Oh, look at that. Beautiful oasis in the desert. Okay, do we pop across this bridge? I think we do. Or is there a way to go down? I think actually we can only go across this bridge. That's fine. Got some Losaru. Oh. Imagine you'd spent like half a year living in the desert. I'm gonna try and get up and close and personal to this one. Launch. I need to step away before this thing steals any more of my life. Can we actually take these out from up here? That would be fun, wouldn't it? Bloody hell. You want to work on that, Ogden? Ogden, if you please. Thank you. Jesus. Just need to break aggro. Well then, yeah, this way. Yeah, schedule 1. It's, I think it's something that Fritz came up with wanting to play, for them wanting to play. I don't know, that kind of game, not usually my cup of tea, but it's one of those, I think, there are certain games, or I think most games are very playable if you're just playing them with friends, if they're, you know, co-op games or couch co-op or something like that. So I'm not saying I'll never play it, but at least I don't know as I'd solo. I definitely wouldn't solo play it, put it that way. Just because, yeah, like I say, not my cup of tea. Just going to... But, yeah, I will be hanging out in chat to annoy Platty. Mostly. You know, I haven't had my daily dose of bullying the platypus. Sissy says, not too bad, working on my prequel novella. That will be free on, upon release. Ebook exclusive though. Good stuff, good stuff. Is it sort of what would you say, Origins prequel? Or just or more of a, you know, extra world building, shall we say? Monkey was enchanted with that game a little. It doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me in the slightest. I'm not gonna knock Monkey for his sense of humor. I'm not. After all, I am a grown-ass man that still makes dick jokes. As if there are any grown-ass men out there that don't make dick jokes. Like, I'm fairly sure even the Pope does. What I do know is he wears a funny hat. Okay. Have I wandered slightly off of the beaten path here? Maybe. I think we go... Let's have a look-see. Whoops. Okay, no, we're not that far off. Just down and round to the southwest now. It will take place a month before Novella 1. Good stuff, good stuff. So like immediate backstory stuff. Mm-hmm. I've almost got the skeleton for the book that I'm writing completely worked out. I don't normally work with skeletons when I'm writing, largely because I don't usually write stuff that's intended to be this long. But yeah, this has got some serious universe on it, so yeah, I need to have a framework that I can, you know, look back to later and just be like, okay, this is what I locked in back then. Can't be changed now because, you know, book 1 is complete. Now, a lot of people might say, well, don't plan on writing however many books until you've got your first one down, and you know what, they'd be right, but this is something that can't really be told in, you know, 300 pages. It needs a bit more than that. It's a bit bigger. It's a bit more ambitious. It's the most ambitious thing I've ever sat down to actually write. I've got the first couple of chapters put together because I felt like I needed to get some stuff like actually down and written proper, just so that I could get into the feel of, okay, where am I going with this? Like I know what the ultimate goal of the story, like what the ultimate climax is of the story. Or climaxes, I suppose I should say, because, you know, it would be multiple of them given the nature. Anyway, but you know, how am I starting? What's the initial set of problems to resolve? And then once I got that, I was like, okay, now let's start setting stuff down in stone. this is this name, this is this world, so on and so forth. But yeah, I've got most of that done now, so won't be long. Won't be long till I can start writing for proper. Blue says, we all have an eternal 12-year-old sense of humor. I should hope so. Forever young. I want to be forever young. Do I really want to live forever? Oh, it's a warrior. Whoops. It doesn't use enchantments. There's a heck of a draft coming from in here. Oh, well, blowing around in here, coming from somewhere, and I cannot, for the life of me, place exactly where. Yeah, okay, I thought so. Down in here. Whoops. 60 says, spend time on your outlines. It all starts with writing the first page. Good side characters help flesh stuff out in the beginning. All the best, man. I have enjoyed my experience. I do genuinely enjoy writing. It's just that most of the stuff I've written before has been not necessarily short form, but has ended up being fairly short because it's some stuff that I wrote for myself. And then, you know, I uploaded it, and a few people liked it, and then they asked me, like, could you write more in this vein? And I'm like, yeah, of course I can. Any particular beats you would like me to engage with? And yeah, you know, basic commission type stuff. And I will say, like, writing commission on a commission basis, it's trickier than writing for yourself, because you do kind of have to work within a purview of, you know, what it is that's expected. But then again, it's also nicer in terms of, like, you actually have a subject that's already basically predetermined for you. So yeah, so I've done a good bit of that. Not published as in, like, properly published, but published to, you know, that site, their inbox, whatever the heck, for their enjoyment. So I've done plenty of that kind of thing, but yeah, this is a good bit more ambitious. This is something that has to kind of stand up by itself, without, you know, people being able to rely on my older works or what have you. But no, all the same, even as it stands now, even with as little, like, as I've got done overall, still enjoying it. The Saru main collector, what do you have? Anything of interest, Mr. Cedric? Krytan leggings tier 60. Well, I'm a level 60. I think I'm on 50, aren't I? Yeah, I am, yeah. Yeah, not super interested in that. I don't really need it. Alright. Let us get us into the Thirsty River. Alright. Just want to have a look at what bosses we've got here. Double OV, yes. Ether Renewal would be such a nice one to pick up, but I can't switch to Elementalist yet. Soon, but not yet. Yeah, things are about to become a lot easier in terms of, in that regard. Ever-increasing difficulty. What are we actually up against? Okay. It's just some forgotten... we are up against it here. It's mostly the same sort of foes that we've already faced. okay, this is going to be like the last opportunity I reasonably have to capture Order of the Vampire for the time being. I will be able to come back and grab it again later, but if we can get it now, let's get it now, okay. Just, yeah, do things piecemeal. I think we've got a limited amount of time. The bonus itself is time-based, so we'll just see what we can do. All right, 60 says, the time needed to invest in the venture will always be the same, but the process gets smoother the more you write, I found. Yeah, it's like riding a bike, right? It's like riding a bike. Oh, there are a bunch of people here. We might have options. We may well have options. I think this will probably still be a good bar for Vec. I don't see any particular problems here with Ogden. I don't want to trade out too much damage, is the thing, right? And that's always the question. Do you have enough damage? Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Where's the hero? You know what else is like riding a bike? Your mom. I mean, probably, but to be honest with you, I think that says more about you than it does about her, mate. Just gonna roll a smoke in, and then we'll get into it. Shady, you know how earlier on we were talking about expecting better friends? Alright. Let's see. Pull that up. Where are my builders? Damn it, I can't sing anyone without blowback. Shady, you've got to remember, you have made friends with a bunch of rather sassy and intelligent people, alright? You keep very good company. It says a lot about your character that you've made friends with so many intelligent people, alright? It does, however, mean you're not going to be able to get one past very many people. And put it this way, you know, if you ever go into an Irish bar, you'll be prepared. My sassafras. Your mama jokes are classic. They are. They are. You know, when it comes to your mama jokes, especially like the bad ones, like this one is it fits the bill of being a bad one, but it's the fact that it's two-tiered, right? It's a two-tiered one. My favorite your mama joke has got to be, your mama's so old she was the first fat joke, and it's like, I remember the first time I heard that one, I was like, yeah, I like that. I'm pocketing that. It's so stupid. It's so simple. But it is that yeah, that double-layered joke. I appreciate jokes with multiple layers. They don't have to be necessarily ha-ha funny in the in terms of the punchline, but yeah, it's the layers. It's the layers. Let's see. Your mama's so fat she always gets around to it. The ones that don't necessarily make an awful lot of sense as well, those tend to be quite good. Right. Then, of course, there's the corruption of the classic. One of a comedian that I enjoy, Jimmy Carr, Irish comedian. Yeah, he has one where he's like, "Your mother is so fat." Well, she's just so fat. She's a fucking disgrace, really. Yeah, the corruption of the classic. That's another That's another favourite of mine. Alright, roll this. And put that there. Don't smoke, by the way, kids. It's a filthy habit. And that's how we feed the lungs. Okay, so we've got some stuff here. I'm fairly sure that the... Oh, actually, I don't know. Don't know for this one. I'm fairly confident the attunement rune's the good one there, so we'll have that off. We'll do both if we can. And we preserve the armor piece, lovely. We will sell both of these, because these aren't especially relevant. I don't know why I've even picked that up. Whatever. Jade Mandible is a collectible, as is the Desiccated Hydroclaw, and we will have a look at this later. Put these runes away for the time being. Still want its insignia. And then... I should probably break this down. Probably gives me iron, doesn't it? It does. Right. We will put these materials away for the time being. Where is a merchant? One is right there. Kinsley. Sell these. Boop, boop. Blue says, your mum's so poor she has to do layaway at the dollar store. I haven't heard that one in a minute. Alright. Cat, have you somehow managed to catch, like, the north wind and bring it in with you? Where is that breeze coming from? I can feel it on the back of my legs. Either that or I'm getting delusional as well as old. Alright, let's try this mission, shall we? Keep the your mama jokes coming, by the way. Yeah, share your best. Share your worst. Just watch out for the YouTube filter. Shady says, gonna listen to some music for a bit. I have Pathfinder tonight and I'm not feeling it. Need to get in the right headspace. Yes, music will help. Music will help. Alright, let's kill some of these sand giants. This will get us a bit of a morale boost, which will give us a bit of an edge in the fights to come. There's one. Oh, well, there you go. Ooh. Spicy Rangers. Keep up the bleed pressure, and now we turn them into healing. Nom nom nom. Sixty says your mama's so fat, her shoe size is measured in red area codes. Classic. Classic. We've got a couple more sand giants over here as well. Yeah, we'll just, like I say, we'll kill these. We'll get all the advantage that we can. Poke that boy down. after all of the sand giants in this area. I think we've got 2 more to find for a total of +4 more morale boost. Okay, yeah, that's all in this little side area. Then we'll go down and do the mission properly. Again, I'm really not sweating the bonus here. If we get the bonus in time, then fantastic. If we don't, whatever. Should rename this channel Shit Happens Gameplay, eh? Take a step back, just so that we're not the target of so many interrupts. And hex everything down. Super easy, super simple. Pick up the monies. There's another sand giant. Couple of traps here. How is that obstructed? Okay, we have to make our way over to him. Get down a healing pool. Make life a little easier. Doop, 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 doo. I'm hoping to be able to get all the way ascended tonight. And we are making very good time for doing that. We're only an hour and a half in, would you believe it? Mr. Sand Giant, I'm very sorry, but you're more important to me dead than alive. And that's just the way it is. Plus 10% morale boost. Great. Let's crack on with it. Okay, so we got some teams. Oops. There's some teams of enemies. I think, do we pop through this way? Is this the way? Oh, yep, it is. Okay, good. Down and round. Like so, across here. Actually, no, it doesn't look like that is the way. What? I may be slightly lost here. That kind of looks like a path up, but it also kind of looks like we're not supposed to walk that way. We're about to find out. I don't think we're supposed to go this way. No, we're not. Okay, well, there's the ghostly hero. That's who we're supposed to talk to start the next phase. No, that was right. This is the right way. I'm an idiot. That's not the just a bit of scrap wood. It's the Nobody saw anything.
Before you can ascend and enter the rift, you must first be cleansed. Lead me safely to the rune circle at the end of this test, and I will cast the ritual to burn away your earthly imperfections. Your first challenge will be to defeat a single legion of Forgotten. Your opponents will be resurrected every 2 minutes, unless you destroy the priest who tends their shrine. Once you have defeated your foes, lead me to the door, and I will usher you into the next challenge.
Very well.
The challenges will grow harder as you progress. If you defeat all of the foes along your path, we will claim the rune circle, and you will be cleansed.
Cleansed indeed.
Prove yourselves worthy, and you will be one step closer to gaining entrance to the rift.
Okay, steadily does it. Steadily does it. I don't know if we're going to have enough healing for this. We shall see. And hello, Forgives 12. Okay, time elapsed. Prevent the resurrect. We've annihilated one of the enemy teams. Okay. On to the next gate. Yeah. Like I say, we take these steadily. We don't need to rush. I think... Let's observe the patterns of enemies as best we can. We got more bad guys coming in. Gotta back off. This is not going too badly so far. Oh, that's not great. That's not great. That's not great. That's not great at all. We killed that priest, but they came back up anyway. Oh boy. Well, we don't seem to be having too much of a problem. For now. Okay. Annihilated one team. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and pull. Who's coming closest? Gotta be quicker. Okay, we do not have long. Another team annihilated? Okay, that could have gone smoother, but we got our second elite skill, which we will carry with us now. Come on, Mr. Ghostly Hero. Grab up the gold. and head on through to the next fight. Now, I believe we've got 3 teams to contend with now, and this is going to be a little pressured, because the bonus is that there's going to be somebody right down there. The teams, the enemy teams will fight one another, but we can't rely on that. I'm not going to overcommit just for the sake of the bonus. I know that I don't have, you know, the strongest team that was ever invented. We're going to duck off here, and we're going to pick up that Curse Bearer first, I think. One. All right. Okay, he's doing fine. I've overpulled. This could be bad. We'll see. Going fairly well so far. Enemy priest dealt with. Quickly, quickly, quickly. That's all of those. It's going well. It's going fairly well. It's always these bloody power monks. They're so good at healing. And just like that. Mission and bonus. You love to see it.
Under the scrutiny of the gods, your souls will be pure, your bodies cleansed. You are ready for the next phase.
Okay. That is all 3 of the preliminary quests done. Now then. So... I now have to fight my doppelganger. Okay. Question is, what are we going to bring to do with yeah. I could just bring like hell sacrifice abilities. I could just do that, couldn't I? That might be clever. That might actually be very clever. Is it going to actually... Question is it actually going to use... I think it might. I think it might. We're going to see. We're going to see. Fingers crossed. This goes well. Activate some runes. Ah. Yeah. Okay. So it brings all kinds of weapons that I don't have. Let's just finish this real quick. Time to outpost. Okay. So it will sacrifice its health. And it's got all the same abilities that I've got. How to go about doing this then? Because it's got weapons that deal damage that mine just don't. And 7 to 13, it hits harder than I do. I think if we do that, maybe, and I take strip enchantment, and then I just keep taking enchantment strips. Let's see. See, domination magic. If I just never cast my own enchantment, I can keep removing its enchantments, and there's nothing it can do. Don't give it any what's this? That it will just keep using to heal. I don't know how I'm going to manage to do this without healing, is the question. We'll try. We'll try. No, I don't want to be able to interrupt. Yeah, we'll just shred enchantments. Are you sunning, Win? Maybe. Maybe. I didn't have an enchantment on me. Ha ha ha. Yep, just need to now not die. My spells are taking too long to recharge. That was a bit clutch. Down to the wire. Just so we like it.
Reach out and take hold of your destiny. Your ascendance is now complete.
It's a good job we captured the skill, isn't it? All right. Ascension complete. Now. Okay, we have some stuff to sell. We've got some stuff to identify. And an improved sale value. We take those. Could be good. I'll hold on to that. I have something in mind for that. Oh, right. Oh yeah, that's that quest. So, we have about... got about half an hour before... You did it! Win! You son! Somebody son. Right, now, let's put our build back to what it was. Did I actually... I don't think I saved it, did I? I did not. Okay, it's fine. I can recreate it. Soul Reaping was 10. Okay, Offering of Blood. Well of Blood. Defile Flesh. No. Let's see. Strip Enchantment was 1. Vampiric Gaze was 1. Life Siphon. Dark Pact. Bob Signet. Okay. Heroes. Ogden. Vec. Maybe we take Mox for this. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Henchman. Cultist. Actually, I think for the purposes of what we're about to do, I think Stefan might be better. Plenty of damage, plenty of... Oh, actually, we can take both. I forgot. Party of 8 time now. Right. Let me just pull up this. This will be the final mission for tonight. Hopefully we get this done. Definitely not going to attempt the bonus here. Not worth it. Just pulling up. Okay. Are there any enemies here that we want to try and capture? Maybe. Health split. Maybe. Grab a capture signet. Alright. Let us do that, do that, do that. Scroll this up over here. Alright. Let's do it. Lynn does not often accept visitors. If you wish to meet her, you must make your way through the defenses of her lair. Defeat the 6 facets of the Great Dragon Prophet, and you to be granted an audience. Step through this portal to begin the journey. Alright, Mox, what are you set to? Guard, yes, fine, okay, wonderful. Wonderful, phenomenal, fantastic. Move you up, move you up, move you over here. Oh, we're constantly losing health. Okay. Fleshless? I think these are fleshless, aren't they? Yep, they are. Order of the Vampire probably wouldn't have been a bad pick here, actually. We've got what? The facet of light over there. Let's see. Healer? Okay. Omae wa mou shinderu. Nani? We go clockwise around here. I think we do, don't we? We are slowed while we are in here. That's quite all right. Get down underneath the hill here so these things can't target me. Should probably have brought Conjure Phantasm into this. Oh well. Yeah, everything should be pretty plain sailing from here on out, really. Alright. Bit by bit. Take these out part by part. Do 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 do. Energy's not been a problem here for a while. Soul Reaping's certainly putting the work in. Okay, what are we dealing with here? Ah. Take a step back. And slaughter everything. Why not? Won't be long now, chap, and we'll get out of here. Making excellent time. See, that's really all it took with the Elena Reach thing. Just, you know, use my imagination a bit. Relax, don't worry about the bonus. And, yeah, put a slightly different team composition together. Okay. Seems we're moving anti-clockwise. Which means up next we will have SMURR. And they're heading right towards us now, okay. Got a very simple damage, like direct damage ability rotation, which, you know, serves. It's not the most damage that we could conceivably do. Where are you going, Sonny Jim? Right, gather up our money. And take on the facet of nature. Simple. And a blue recurve bow. Highly salvageable. Excellent. Blue says, just finished dinner. Onion rings came out good. Excellent. What'd you have with them? In case you didn't know, I'm a big fan of the cooking. Well, I'm a big fan of the food. Crystal spiders. Lovely. What we got? Temporary interrupt or something here, probably? Do these guys have flesh? Nope, they don't. Oh, so many fleshless beings here. Far would be right at home. These boys have flesh. Do not overpull, please. Could use some HP. Not too bad, not too bad. I think we'll ignore those and just move on. Yep, no big problems so far. These are all Masmas. Alright, now we fight stuff out on the open plain. Which means, do that, stick our bow on, and pull this group. Poof. We have to go this. Okay, we have to go through this in like a maze. Wonderful. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Let's see. Blue says, pancake crusted chicken tender wrapped with Caesar salad and onion rings. That sounds special. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds delicious. Shirley says, I have not eaten dinner, but I have a sandwich for later. The all-American sub, ham, turkey, roast beef, 2 types of cheeses, lettuce, tomato, mayo, and mustard on a French roll. What is a French roll, Shady? Can you describe that to me? Like, what's the French part about it? Or is it just because it's made in the same style as French bread? No idea. That's just what they call it. Shouldn't you know that? Yeah, one thing you will come to learn, Blue, is that most things that are called French in America well, I say most things. A lot of things that are called French in America aren't actually French at all. Even if they're like, oh, it's French style, it's like, we would never make it that way. Which, you know, it's not a problem. People improvise based on the ingredients that they have available, and you know, the style of the time and that kind of thing. But yeah, like French fries is probably the easiest one. For a start off, we didn't come up with them. I mean, obviously the potato comes from the New World, and it was all across like northwestern France, Belgium, and the Netherlands. Those were the general group of people that came up with, you know, fries. Please says, I'm just messing with you. No, that's alright. It's alright. There is a genuine answer to that question. Ah, corpses. Welcome to Necroland. This is where corpse denial is going to be very useful. Soft in the middle with a crunchy crust. Okay, so kind of like a typical baguette, but in a roll format, right? Usually they put garlic spread on to make garlic bread. Okay. French fries aren't French? No, not at all. Which is why it was so hilarious when, shall we say, freedom-loving patriots from the United States of America started calling them freedom fries. It's like, guys, you're not upsetting us. You might be upsetting the Belgians, but then again, you kind of already upset them when you... Never mind. Yeah, that was funny. I remember the freedom fry era. Let's see. We sell French breads and Italian breads. Mostly the same to me. Yeah, when it comes to the American take on French bread versus Italian bread, yeah, it's gonna be mostly the same. Which is weird because, you know, if you've ever had the good fortune to try, you know, the various different regional French breads and Italian breads for that matter, or don't let the Italians hear me praising them, they'll get funny ideas. Yeah. There's so many different types. Most of them good. Oh, I don't think we can actually capture stuff from here, can we? Oh, no, actually, no, we can, because we've got to actually manually walk through the portal. Okay. Just thinking, will the corpse actually remain? Will we actually be able to capture stuff from it? Okay, we already did Mesmer, and we elected not to get the mantra. We can always come back and grab that, it's not super difficult. I remember that, it's so stupid. I'm not big on bread. Wraps, on the other hand. Yeah, these days, because, you know, I'm getting older, my metabolism is finally beginning to slow down. Yeah, I tend to lean more into wraps than I do just bread. Although, because I've got chickens, what I will do is if I get a regular stick of bread, regular baguette, is I'll open it up. I'll take out the fuck, what's the English word? Let me the crumb, the fluff, the white stuff. I'll take that out and I'll set that aside, and that'll either go into like making stuffing if it's, you know, Sunday is coming up and I fancy meat and stuffing, or I'll just give it to the chickens because they'll eat it. But duped you with the pick of the bread. Ah, thank you very much, Shady. I will check that out momentarily. Just going to defeat this Necro boss here. Make it look easy. Capture this. Grants balance. We will never use this this elite. It's just not worth having. Walk through the portal. Now we are into the facet of elements. This is why we might wipe. Yeah, if we were going to wipe it, we'll be here. What is this? Yep, no corpses to work with. How rude. Stop knocking me down. You know what I can do, actually? I can kind of make Grant's balance work by sacrificing some of my health. Yeah! This is like the only time you will ever see anybody. Whoops. That you'll actually see anybody use Grant's balance. It's not worth the elite slot. It really isn't. Sometimes I do crave a good grilled cheese sandwich. Yeah. Oh! Oh! So, I have something. You know how you got, like, in America, you got stuff like, you know, Sloppy Joes and all that kind of thing. All kinds of weird and wonderful names, right? This one's a bit fun. I call it a fried fuck buddy. Now, hear me out. The reason it's called that is because it's rather than grilling the grilled cheese, as it were, you fry it, and instead of putting ham in it or anything along those lines, you put salami in it. Because in French, sale ami literally means dirty friend. So, yeah. Lower my health a little bit. Ooh, not that much. Give me your enchantments. Nom nom nom. So yeah, that was the nickname I came up with for it. I thought, you know, if the Americans could have a sloppy Joe and say that with a straight face, then we can have a fried fuck buddy. Lol. I've used hard salami before. Most of the time, bacon. Bacon and a grilled cheese is just. I mean, that's just peak, right? You'll struggle to beat bacon. Grab the money and head on out. The salami I tend to use in mine is Danish salami. Like, nothing wrong with the you know, quote unquote real salami. Nothing wrong with that at all. But Danish salami here, the size of the actual sausage itself is one slice of it fits, you know, comfortably within the bread. I think we get knocked down constantly here. Yeah, we do. Had that earlier this week with some broccoli and cheddar cheese soup. Lots of yes, yes. Always put extra cheese on broccoli and cheese soup. Always, always. The French onion soup. Always put cheese on it. Always. Whatever you heard about not putting no cheese on no French onion soup, it's wrong. I'm telling you. You have full license to add more. Ain't nobody should be out here with a meager amount of cheese on their soup. We will have issues. Look, if you can get multiple different types of flavoursome cheese on cheese and broccoli soup, do so. You should. You know, you can go with sharp cheddar, you can have your classic Parmigiano if you want that. There's no excuse. I've never made French onion soup, I will one day. First time you're gonna make it, take it slow. Don't rush that shit. Made right, it's wonderful. Can be a bit of a pain sometimes though. And if you don't already have a recipe for it, let me know before you go, and I'll drag out my grandmother's cookbook that she's got kicking around somewhere. Give you an old school recipe. I tend to find the older recipes for stuff like onion soup is. I find they tend to be better because they haven't tried to reinvent the wheel 50 times. You know, not always. Sometimes, you know, there's like modern takes on classics that are really, really good as well. But yeah. Sherry says, Fork, yes. My GM is under the weather. I didn't want to play Pathfinder tonight, but I was going to be there because we were wrapping up the leg of the journey. Honestly, I hope he feels better, though, being sick. Yeah. Every cloud has a silver lining. And reapply hex. And finally... And now we face the facet of strength. Alright, it is 2 AM. Just bear with me. I will finish this up here. One more knockdown for good measure.
It was almost 800 years ago when I foresaw the Flameseeker Prophecies. You have ascended and awakened the gift of true sight that lay dormant within you. The moment has finally come. You are the chosen I have been waiting for. While you've been in the desert, the rest of the world has changed. Let me show you. As you know, those who you once called friends have become enemies. Their souls are darkened by a deep secret. The unseen gods they speak of are nothing more than a terrible and fearful race of spellcasters known as the Mursat. As I have foreseen, the Mursat will meet their demise at the hands of the Chosen. Their stranglehold on the lands of Krytan and beyond will be broken. For years, the Mursat and their human disciples have hunted down the Chosen, murdering them to prevent the prophecies from coming to pass. But you have slipped through their fingers, and your friends now pay the price. The one called Marcus betrays them as he betrayed you, and if you do not hurry to their aid, none will survive. Many have already been taken captive. Their souls will be reaped upon one of the 5 bloodstones, just as the Chosen you witnessed being slaughtered in the Maguma jungle. If this happens, no magic in this world or any other will bring them back. Of the future, this you must know. Your story does not end in the mountains. Your true destiny will lead you to the west, to the Ring of Fire. Seek the flame, for within it lies the power to destroy both good and evil. This portal will take you to the Shiver Peak Mountains. I know you have questions, but there are some things you must know, and others that you must discover upon your journey. Go now. Save your friends. They will not last through the night.
Well then. Like I say, we're not going to attempt the bonus here. We are just going to clear on out to Drochnar's Forge. Yes, indeed. Blue says that Scribe will be streaming in an hour. Indeed, he shall. But before then, Platty is going live now. I'm just going to spam the link in my chat. Make sure you pop on over to her channel, say hi to her, let her know I sent you. I'll be hanging out in chat after I go and get another cup of tea here, or maybe a cup of coffee, depends. But yes, and that's going to do it for today. We are now in the southern Shiver Peaks. We have completed the Crystal Desert, we have ascended, and yes, very, very soon we will be able to change our secondary profession. Yes, so I would like you, if you haven't already, to leave a like on this stream if you have liked it. Great, if you do, helps me out. You can share also, that also helps out. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you are listening in the future and you didn't get a chance to take part in chat, no worries. Maybe taking advantage of the playlists I've got down in the description below. That's fine on the YouTube side of things. You can leave me a comment, and if you've got a question about this game, any of the games that I play, my streaming schedule, or anything at all, really, I get notification when your comment comes through, and I will endeavour to get back to you the next most convenient point in time. All that being said, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me this evening. I've been Sam the Free Frog. I will see you in the next one. Y'all have a good night. Ta-ta.